Hey guys, welcome to my August 2012 fragrance haul. This one, very small compared to my past or previous fragrance hauls. I have probably 8 or 10 bottles here in front of me. Not that much, niche and designer alike. I got a cheapie in here too. Most of these fragrances are either gifts. I have actually, the niche fragrances are actually a gift from one of my subscribers. And a lot of these are just my duty-free purchases that I purchase when I go overseas and then come back overseas. So there's not much to work with. There's a lot of new designer fragrances that I purchased that are getting a lot of love or lots of hate on YouTube and our Facebook group. So it's going to be interesting. It's a little different, you know, and for once a haul that's not 30, 40, 50 bottles big. So let's get to it. Let's take a look at what I've purchased in August 2012. Let's start it off with a gift from my wife. This is a cheapie. She got it at Winners, and she knows, if you know me well, you know my love for the Lakers, which just got Dwight Howard. I'm very excited. I got to go to LA now and go see Steve Nash and of course Dwight Howard play with Kobe. So it's going to be a really interesting season. But either way, she knows my love of the Lakers, of course, and my love for fragrances, and she put it together. And she found this at Winners for under $10. This is a Los Angeles Lakers cologne. Yes, they make fragrances for NBA teams. Who would have thunk it? Either way, this is of course a cheapie. I tested it out on my skin a few days ago when I first came back home, and I did mention on the Facebook group that it did smell like the introduction of the Dreamer. So if you like that introduction, which I know a lot of people hate that introduction of the Dreamer, if you do love it, then this one would be for you. I think would be a good replacement, not for the Dreamer, but for that introduction of the Dreamer. It doesn't have the sexy dry down that the Dreamer has. But let's smell Lakers cologne. And like I mentioned, it's got that cheap lavender synthetic note that the Dreamer has in their introduction. Smells like basically linens being hung outside, but like a very cheap lavender note. So it's synthetic, like it's fresh, but again, if you like that introduction of the Dreamer, which not a lot of people do, I don't mind it. This is of course a cheap lavender note. It's okay, but it's, you know, a great fragrance to have in my collection, giving my two loves, of course, the Lakers and the fragrance. It's a collection purpose bottle for me. It's not something I'm going to be wearing every day, but it's very interesting indeed. If you do like the introduction, check it out, I guess. Cheapie, under 10 bucks. Next one, let's go with the duty-free fragrances that I got. Where did I get these? I got these in, was it Amsterdam? I think Schiphol Airport on my way overseas, one of my stops in Amsterdam. That duty-free is mostly all designer. They have Amouage, but that's it on the niche side of things. So basically, what I usually do in that instance is get brand new releases. That's what I usually get at duty-free on my way overseas. And I want to get actually fresh fragrances, or some that were getting a little bit of hype. The first one I'm going to tackle is L'Odyssée pour un Sport, the sport version here. This is a new release from Issey Miyake. I really like, of course, the bottle's sexy bottle. And as you can see, I don't know if you guys can see that, but I've used quite a bit overseas, and of course this is the one that I wore for about a month and a half overseas. This one, I don't know if it's getting a lot of love or hate. I'm thinking it's getting a lot of hate. For me, again, I wore it quite a bit. I really wasn't a fan of this Issey Miyake. And again, with most Issey Miyake fragrances, including the sport fragrance, the citrus is a dominant note in this fragrance. It's fresh, it's clean. It's got lime in it. It's okay, it's versatile. It's not one of the best from the house. Personally, for me, I would love to have Issey Miyake Summer Edition 2009 over all of them, and then the original This one's probably one of the worst from the Issey Miyake house. I'm not saying it's a bad fragrance, but I'm saying that from what they've released previously, it's synthetic, it's not that great, it's pleasant, it's versatile. For me, it is something that doesn't stand out to me, and it's not the best from the Issey Miyake house. It's probably third, fourth, or fifth in line. So again, a disappointment for a new release. And really from Issey Miyake, I really expected more for a sport flanker, because their thing is fresh fragrances. You know, Issey Miyake, l'Odyssée, their big seller is a fresh fragrance. So I was expecting more from them, from the sports section. Unfortunately, came out swinging, we'll say, and they swung and they miss. Next one is from the house of Chanel. This Chanel flanker was getting lots of love before I left overseas over 2-3 months ago. It was first released then. A lot of people were loving this one. This is a Chanel Allure Homme Sport, and this is the Eau Extreme version. And it was getting lots of hype when I was leaving, so lots of love for this one. And for me personally, to be honest with you guys, with Chanel fragrances, I don't get that excited with them. Reason why is because they're always pleasant, they're well done, they're balanced, quality ingredients. I'm always going to get good longevity and projection with them, give or take. I'm not the best, they're not beast mode or anything, but you know what you're going to get from a Chanel fragrance. They're versatile, they're pleasant, but they never push the envelope with their fragrances, and this is why I wasn't really that excited at getting this. But let's smell it. And again, I get, you know, the sport version versus this Eau Extreme. Again, it's got that citrus, that orange, like, no. This one's got tonka in it. It's got mint, so it's really refreshing. It's clean, refreshing. It can be worn as a sporty fragrance, but it can also be worn as an upscale fragrance in these summer months, or even spring, fall. I could see this being a signature scent, to be honest with you. But it is what I expected. It's easy to love, it's easy to wear, it is going to sell, it's going to sell a lot. It's pleasant, it's safe. Again, it's never really pushing the envelope with the Chanel fragrances. It's good, it's solid, just like Chanel always does. No complaints. If you want something different in your fragrance, like if you want to be, you know, you don't want to smell like the other guy, go in another direction. Chanel's are just, you know, they're nice, they're going to get compliments, and it's going to smell pleasant. So a lot of people are going to enjoy it. And if that's what you're into, you don't want to be, you know, different, daring with your fragrances, this is a safe bet to purchase. You can wear it almost all the time, day, night. Very versatile, very safe, and good for office use. But that's what Chanel does. That's what they are good at. So another one of their decent releases, I would say. Not something that I would jump out and purchase personally for myself. I like the daring stuff a little more, but again, something that I would probably wear casually for day-to-day use. Next is another one that I got at duty free in Amsterdam. This is the last one of the ones that I got 2 months ago when I first left, and this is from Yves Saint Laurent. This is a flanker for La Nuit de l'Homme, and this is the frozen cologne version. And I was really interested in seeing what they're going to do on La Nuit to make it, you know, frozen. Frozen really kind of makes me think, okay, this is going to be cooling. It might be made for spring or summer. And right off the bat, now I've tested this, I've worn it overseas, of course. Right off the bat, it reminds me of the original La Nuit de l'Homme. Not much has changed here. They gave it an interesting top. They gave it, you know, a refreshing top. There's some citrus in here. It starts a little fresher than the original, but not that much, to be honest with you. Then it dries down to the original. A little more pepper, I would say. To be honest, if you have La Nuit de l'Homme and you're interested in this flanker, to be honest, you're not missing much if you don't purchase it. They're not different enough to purchase this one if you have the original. It's got freshness, spiciness to it, like, but then again, not enough change to be worth buying. I like the original formulation, La Nuit de l'Homme, the original. If you had to pick between the two, I'd go with the original, hands down. This one's just a little fresher. It looks like the spice kind of kicked up a notch a little bit, but not that much. A solid release, to be honest. Like the scent smells good, but if you're one of those people that are looking for either La Nuit or this frozen cologne La Nuit, go with the original. I believe the original actually stayed on my skin a little more than this one, so just to let you know, a little tidbit on that one. To tackle, of course, the fragrances that I got at duty free on my way back home. I just got 2 fragrances. There's slim pickings over there at duty free. So I decided to get 2 releases, one that's brand new release, and then the other one is a newish release, but something that I can't get in Canada. So something a little different. So of course, this one, getting a lot of press lately, Acqua di Gio's Essenza. I am a big fan of the original. I know a lot of people aren't, and I know because of course it's so popular. A lot of people are saying, it's boring, you know, I've smelled it before, I've smelled it a million times on people. I'm a huge fan of it just because it is well blended, well balanced. It's a reason why Acqua di Gio is a top seller across the world for several years now. There's a reason. It is well done. Essenza, I'm not saying I was hyped on purchasing it, but I was a little excited. With the top here, we got the metallic top, just like the Bleu de Chanel. I really like these tops. It's really like a nice touch. To me, it is. It shows that the company is putting money into their product. So let's smell this Essenza. I'm gonna let you guys know what I feel about it. Is it worth the money? Is it changed enough that, you know, a guy that has Acqua di Gio would like to purchase this? Let's see what it smells like. Okay. I would say similar, very similar to the original. Citrusy, there's that citrusy, watery like feel that the original has. This one has it also. And then usually the original like warms up a little bit. I haven't smelt that part on this one yet. It's well blended and balanced, just like the original. And that's a great quality to have in a fragrance. You know, it just works very well. All the notes work well. They go from one note to another. Well balanced. Excellent juice, just like the original. It's starting to warm up now. Like I can smell some herbal, like a little bit of woods in here. Again, really easy to wear, very pleasant, versatile. It looks like the citrus is kicked up a notch on this one. Again, it's on paper from the original. So the citrus is a little bit more citrus in this one, which is nice. It's interesting. I'm really looking forward to trying this one out on my skin a little more. I did wear it to the gym once, this time home, and I really enjoyed wearing this to the gym. Now this is pretty much an expensive fragrance just to wear to the gym, but for me this seems like a winner for that type of situation, casually wearing it. But again, I could see this as a signature scent for somebody. But again, I need to wear it on my skin, test it out, and a full review will be coming up on this one, Essenza. The second bottle I got at duty free on my way back home was one that I believe is not sold in Canada. I could be wrong, in North America actually. And this is the Yves Saint Laurent M7 Oud Absolu. And I really wanted to get my hands on this one. This one very nice. I am a fan of the original M7. There is a review coming up, a full-fledged review on the original M7 on my channel, hopefully this month or next month. That review's done, ready to go. So this one, let's see what I get from this one. Has it changed? Is it the same M7 that we know back in the day? Let's smell her out. And this, right off the bat, this is a winner from YSL. Right off the bat, this is the best juice from all of these combined. It doesn't have much competition, but either way, this is a winner, and this is more my taste. Just because it's daring. It's a little different from all of these. These are all kind of safe. You know, the Acqua di Gio the La Nuit de l'Homme, the Allure, and the Simiyaki. Very, very safe fragrances. This, not so much. Very much winter and fall based. Strong patchouli note. A little bit of oud, but a lot of myrrh in here. Very nice, smoky. There's a little hint of mandarin in here. It's dark, dusty, and well done by YSL. Kind of reminds me, I know I seen this on Fragrantica when I was looking it up, and bang on, that person said it reminded them of the darker Nasomatos Pardon or Juro. Yes, that's what it reminds me of, and this is a great bang for your buck, obviously, for the amount of juice that you're getting. If it reminds you of a Nasomato, yes, it is worth the money, in my opinion. It's not as close as of the original. It doesn't really remind me of the original that much. It's not as close as I thought it was going to be. It's a fragrance on its own, to be honest with you. Some people will say they prefer the original M7 over this one. I think they're both excellent juices, to be honest, and in their both respectable ways. I like this one quite a bit. It is kind of getting weaker on the paper right now. And that's like a telltale sign that maybe projection longevity might be kind of weak on this one. So it felt really dark, really up there. Now it looks like it might be something that I'm gonna have to check in the future, and that's what the full-fledged reviews are for, to let you know if this is going to last on your skin or not. But definitely, as far as smell goes, first impression goes, this is a thumbs up from me. Good juice, M7. Now, let's get to the niche ones. I only have 3 niche ones. I really want to thank Andy from Germany. If you're watching, merci beaucoup mon ami. Thank you very much. Really appreciate, a great guy. Always a pleasure to talk to. And he sent me 3 bottles, 3 niche bottles. I didn't ask for these. Amazing. Thank you for the gift. These are 2 of these fragrances were on my wish list to purchase, and then the other one was just something I was like, wow, nice, check it out, piqued my interest, it's good. So let's take a look at them. This is my first bottles from all these 2 brands. The brand is called Profumerie del Forte, and this fragrance right here is Versilia Vintage. It's EDP. Again, this is a brand that I just started sniffing out, and he sent me 2 bottles from the brand, so I was like, sweet. So these are my first 2 bottles in my collection from this brand. Again, Andy's so generous. This one was on my to-buy list. I believe from Lucky Scent I had a sample from this. This is, I believe, an amber-based fragrance, and I really wanted that. Amber is my note du jour, which means, you know, that's my note right now. I can't wait for fall and winter to come to get more amber-based fragrances. This one, gorgeous. I remember it's gorgeous. And yeah, wow. Amber based, it's got benzoin, it's got vanilla, but it's got that amber. Amber, vanilla, and benzoin, when they're all together, I really think it has that sweetness, that beautiful syrupy sweetness that it has. It's got some incense, it's warm, it's spicy, it's deep, it's a masterpiece, it's complex. I love it, and this is what niche fragrances are all about. Very complex, it keeps me entertained. Very, very beautiful amber-based fragrance. Check that one out if you can. Next one, again from the same brand, Profumerie del Forte. This one called Tyrannico. This is the one that I had no clue about. I was like, sweet, sent me one. I did a little bit of research. This one is supposed to be like a springtime fragrance. Let's smell her out. And let's see, spring summer time fragrance, and I didn't know this one. I haven't smelt it. And this one is very much watery. Watery, salty basil note. Now, I usually don't like these type of fragrances that have like those type of cooking spices in them. Never a fan. It's like a salty basil note. This one really reminds me of being in Italy. You know, you got those Italian spices, you got, you know, that Mediterranean type vibe on here. Very aquatic and very nice. Very pleasant. Actually, it's not bad. I don't know if I'd be paying full price for it, Thank you, Andy, for the bottle. I will be wearing the juice and I will review it. Probably not one of my favorites, definitely not my favorite from this niche haul, as I would say. Next is one that I really wanted to buy. It was one that was on my, on top of my to buy list in the niche vibe. And this is from Perfumerium Aroma, and this is of course Arso. Now this one, I had a sample of this from Lucky Scent, I think about a year ago, and it was on top of my list. Now this thing is absolutely gorgeous. Andy, I love you for sending me this. This was on my to buy list for a while, and this thing's beautiful. I'm going to tell you right now. Oh yeah, this is powerful stuff. I can smell it radiating off this piece of paper. Beautiful incense, resin, cedar wood. It really reminds me of a pine tree burning. Beautiful, epic, amazing. Oh yeah, this is absolutely gorgeous, right up my alley. Very different, woody, and a burning sensation. Beautiful. Again, like a pine tree burning in the woods. Absolutely gorgeous. This is going to be a great one for winter for me. Thank you very much, Andy. So this is my fragrance haul. You know, not a mega haul like you guys are used to, but still we got some winners and we got some interesting ones here that I can't wait to start testing out for you guys so I can post them on my channel. So hopefully you enjoyed the haul, little 10 bottle haul, I think, 9 or 10. Enjoy, and of course I'm going to be back with another video. Thanks for watching, guys.